The 2016 Business Leaders Outlook, a new report released last week by Chase, surveyed middle market executives as well as small business owners and found that most have a neutral or optimistic outlook toward the local and national economies, while they expressed greater levels of pessimism when it comes to the global economy. Jim Glassman, an economist from Chase, joins us this morning to discuss more about this report.
I'm Jim Glassman. I'm an economist at JP Chase. And I'm here to report on a survey that we take once a year of business leaders from small and mid-sized businesses. What we find this year is that our business leaders are still quite optimistic about the outlook. 70% of them are optimistic, although a little more cautious than a year ago. And if you think about it, think about all the things that have been going on in the background with the disruptions and the cross currents in the oil industry, the volatility in the equity market, the concerns about China. It's pretty notable that business leaders are still optimistic despite all that's been going on. When you ask them what are their biggest challenges, the challenges they express ought to be encouraging sounds to workers, because what they tell you is that they're most focused on their staffing needs, finding people with the right skills. They're doing all kinds of things to make this happen. In-house training programs, teaming up with community colleges, offering better pay. These are all the kinds of concerns that you see when the business community is still in expansion mode. So that tells you that as long as we've been recovering for 7 years and employment right now is at an all-time record high, it just still tells you that the business community is still in expansion mode and thinking about the future. Reason to believe that we have more to go in the future. Businesses who are involved globally, where there maybe are more concerns, 60% of our business leaders in the small and mid-sized businesses are involved in global markets, and 70% of them are still quite optimistic about the longer-term prospects for their business. So they see opportunity in all this taking place in the developing community, and are optimistic that there's a lot more coming. And what they're optimistic about is the new consumer markets that are coming. So if you're interested in more detail and color from the survey that we just took, you can find the results at our website, jpmorganchase.com/Business Leaders Outlook.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by